I think it's our intention to address these serious issues with candor and an open mind and a willingness to listen to the opinions of others. If we are true to that, it will be a refreshing change from the unwillingness, from the shouting past each other that has dominated Washington, has dominated not only our discussions on the floor, but have dominated these talk shows where people are just shouting past each other. You think back to a statement that President Kennedy made. He said he preferred to find not Democratic or Republican answers, but to find the right answers. And I hope we'll take that approach. The only certain hurdle we have to overcome is ourselves. And the thing that could derail a bipartisan agreement is a reversion to the display that we've seen, excessive partisanship and ideological rigidity. So we have a responsibility here to put aside these political differences in favor of finding a bipartisan solution. I'm basically an optimist. I'm optimistic that we're going to find a new bipartisan spirit here, and I'm hopeful that we can talk openly and honestly about how to move this country forward. Now, there are some of the questions that seem to have obvious answers. For example, we need more targeted budget cuts of wasteful government spending coupled with realistic tax reform. Who among us does not believe that we cannot do serious tax reform? We need to close some of those loopholes that allow some of the more privileged and the more profitable corporations a system that allows them to avoid paying taxes. And we need to find ways to prevent things like the so-called offshore tax dodges. The difference between the House and the Senate is about $90 billion. That's just about what published reports say that the Treasury loses each year from offshore tax havens. That's just an example or two that could save more than enough to resolve the differences between us. And so while we go about trying to negotiate this budget plan, I'd also be mindful, I ask that we be mindful of the need to support a strong and hopefully a growing instead of shrinking middle class and the needs of folks on housing and access to affordable health care. And this senator does not want to do this on the backs of Medicare and Social Security beneficiaries. And so in the meantime, I'd say let's stay focused on the problem, not our differences. Let's judge ideas not as Republican or Democratic, but as a good idea or a bad idea. Thank you.